P said he woke up today ready to slay some dragons.
The National Basketball Association and the Utah Jazz are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the court, or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in any such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff.
Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Tonight, we'll see the Utah Jazz as they play against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On our sideline, David Aldridge. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Chandler is out there with Evan Mobley. Then it's Darius Garland. Then it's Fleming. And it's Warren in at the 2. And for Utah, Jordan is out there with Caffey. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's Freeman Liberty in at the small forward. The three-point shot, so important in today's NBA and a major part of the game plan, Greg, for both of these teams.
And we can expect to see a high volume of shots from beyond the arc in this one. I'm looking for whichever squad is able to create more havoc and throw the opposing shooters off their rhythm.
And so off the tip, it's Utah. And one of the many storylines of this NBA season revolves around MP and his quest to conquer all the teams ranked higher in the standings last season. That's one tough challenge in this NBA.
And I have to say, it's been impressive what MP and company have accomplished. They're picking up some great wins, and they're showing they can be a force in this league. And I expect them to continue to play well against another strong opponent tonight.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And 3 from Jordan gets the three-pointer to fall.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. After the three-pointer from Jordan, Warren lays it up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Henderson. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
And smart of Garland to stay flexible, finding a teammate instead of forcing that one.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, I did catch up with Utah's head coach. So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And the Jazz with possession here. The Cavaliers making the shot. Jordan, that's for two. And again, it's Utah.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Garland against Henderson, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Jazz. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum.
And seeing where Utah is, it's been the kind of start to their season that a lot of experts were predicting. And by that, I mean a very strong start.
Yeah, this is the start they wanted to have, but their goals are much bigger. They're focused on playing into June and bringing home a championship.
And here is Garland, following the three from Jordan. The kick out to Warren. Fleming the pass to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
And so Jordan will bring it up for Utah. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
Here's Garland after the made shot from Jordan. Garland surveying the D. Comes up empty down low. Utah leading by 4. Jordan with it. He's picked up by Mobley. It's good. Jordan's got 14 points.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Pass to Fleming. Back to Garland. Henderson pulls it in. Utah has gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Shot's good by Freeman Liberty.
And their offense... already in a flow, some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Bounce pass from Garland. 50 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Warren. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Chandler. Pass to Mobley. A rebound by the Jazz. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the board.
Well, truth be told, they got pumped on the glass. That was the difference in the game.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Garland. And that time, also a missed shot. Utah leading by 10 to the paint. Here's Jordan. Doesn't go that time. The 3 from Garland. The shot that time, not on target. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Jazz lead by 10. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And from what we've seen from the Jazz so far, what's your take?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
You've got Keontae George. McMillan is out there with Jordan. Then there's Blunt, and it's Wall in at the small forward. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, cool hands in that last outing against the Mavericks got the job done. He finished with 59 points, and as you may have guessed with him, a lot of those were on the three ball. He was remarkable in that game. It's not often you see a player that dominant, and I'm sure he wants to keep it going. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
They double him with George. Walker finds Humphries. Mobley left side. Wall grabs the board. Utah leading by 16. Outside, George. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
The Cavaliers trail by 20. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Walker. And here is Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. Liberty's checked in, and Henderson subbed in for Blunt. And it's Henderson with the ball for the Utah Jazz. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
And last year they split their season series, so this is a chance for one of them to get the upper hand on the other.
And he gets it to go. That's 28 points for Jordan.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Garland finds Mobley.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:58 left here in the second. Shoots over Jordan. Mobley misses.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Count it.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
There's 1:38 left to play in the first half. The Cavaliers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Here's Garland. The kick out to Warren. This one for three. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. Garland's got 3 assists now in this one. From deep, Jordan. Chandler with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 19. Garland with it. Now Henderson defending. A 3-ball. That one's off to a rough 0 for 6 start for him.
Well, he hasn't made a shot, and his team is losing. Time to find another solution.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Cavaliers have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. That's 3 of 9.
A superb pass from Garland. He's all for setting up his teammate.
Utah calls timeout.
On the court now, your high squad,
Caffey, he's checked in for McMillan. And Cleveland also making a change. Humphries checked in. Jazz leading by 20. There's 45 seconds left in the second quarter. Lets it fly. No good from Jordan.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots. Now, he hasn't been great this quarter. The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
Lets it go from deep. Cranes the three-pointer. Jordan's got 34.
And he is having an unbelievable game from three-point range. How long can he keep this up?
Jordan against Mobley. 3 seconds left, and Mobley throws it down.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was slick. The D had no chance. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Utah out in front, running away with it. From Delta Center, back in a moment.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, some real doozies on that list. Which are you looking forward to, Shaq?
I'd rather not say, Ernie. I don't want to make the other teams feel left out.
You know, come on, AJ. It's like children. You can't pick favorites.
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Jazz.
Well, to be honest, a good shot.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Cool Hands in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just what the defense gives him.
And checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. They've got Fleming. Mobley is out there with Chandler. Then there's Warren, and it's Garland in at the point guard. You know, Stan, we hear all the time about after timeout plays. About how many of those do teams really have at their disposal?
Well, you certainly have to have a few, Kevin. Coaches vary in their philosophy. Some coaches will draw them up on the fly. I was one, like a lot of guys, who wanted to have things that we've worked on that then we could go to. But that just depends on who you've got, how smart your guys are, how quickly they pick things up.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Henderson. All with it. High post, Jordan. Over Mobley. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist from Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
To the inside. And Mobley throws it down.
He really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Jordan with it. Now defended by Warren. 6 to shoot. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 38 points.
They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally in sync.
Outside Warren. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Good on the three-point shot. Warren's got 9 points.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Jordan high post. Mobley's there. And Jordan gets it to go.
Well, they came out of the locker room with a purpose. 4 for 4 already in the half.
Outside Garland. And here's Warren for 3. It's hauled in by Freeman Liberty. Freeman Liberty's got his 4th rebound in this one.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Warren dishes to Garland. On the top of the key, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Jordan down low. Mobley's there. Good work there as it goes.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Garland, the pass to Mobley. Chandler with the ball. Pass to Garland. Pocket 6. Fires, high post, and that one off the back of the rim and in.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Back to Wall. The Jazz working the ball around now. From deep, Jordan. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Well, he had a great first half from three-point range, but hasn't quite gotten his touchback since the break.
1:19 left in the third quarter of the game. Chandler, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And here's Wall outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. cool hands really making a difference here.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you're just asking for him to drop another triple one.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. .55 seconds left here in the third quarter. Tries the spin move. Pass to Humphries. Loads it up there for Mobley. Oh, that shot off.
And that was almost one for the highlights. The long distance alley-oop, just a fraction off the mark.
Drills the three-pointer. Jordan's got 47 points.
Well, it's easy to see why they continue to call his number. He's delivered, and he's the leading scorer in this game.
Here's Humphries. Rebounded by the Jazz. Jordan's got his fourth rebound in this one. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. One passes to Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Shoots over Hardy. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
And a wide open look for Walker. Cans it from downtown. Walker's got his second basket of the night. Here's McMillan. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Utah, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Plunk is out there with George. Then there's McMillan. Then it's Jordan. And it's Ryan in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Now Humphries. It's hauled in by George.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Jordan passes to Blunt. From deep. That falls. Nice speed that time from Jordan. Blunt's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now, here is Humphries. Here's Mobley. It's 3-pointers off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And 3 from Jordan. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Cavaliers making a switch here. Warren's checked in. The Cavaliers shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. And stolen by Jordan. Takes it inside, and the dunk by Jordan.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
The shot by Chandler, wide open. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Down low. And that one's good from McMillan.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And here's Warren for 3. The rebound by the Jazz. Jordan's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. George passes to Jordan. Right wing. Nice ball movement by Utah. Buries the long-range jumper. Jordan's got 55.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Here's Blunt. An easy 2 points on the layup. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Jazz.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up blocked shots.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
Good, another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Chandler, it's deflected. Pass to Blunt. Over Garland. And there's another one for the Jazz.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Chandler finds Mobley. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Utah.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jordan.
Well, what an unselfish display from him tonight. Sharing the ball, creating for others, just beautiful basketball.
Pass to McMillan. Kicks it out to Jordan. And Utah, another three.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And stolen by Jordan. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Warren on the wing. Defended by George. Mobley wide open. Kept alive. Pass to Warren. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant show.